Hey, it's meteorologist Cory Reppenhagen here with a look at your weather. So we do have a chance to see, or at least hear, the first thunderstorms of the season. I know a few times you may have heard some rumbles of thunder coming out of some thunder snow. That doesn't count. That's a little different. There are actual thunderstorms possible today, rain showers, and maybe one or two thunderstorms mixed in there, so we could definitely see that. Take a look outside right now. You can see those clouds starting to build in the area. Not looking too puffy or stormy just yet, but that's just the atmosphere moistening up and getting ready to perhaps deliver some of that precipitation, because we had that cold front go through this morning, so we have some cold air up above us, and now we're starting to heat up the ground just a little bit, and we'll get the instability to get some air to rise and some storms to form. Now take a look at the temperature though. At Denver International Airport, 56 degrees is all we've been able to get up to so far. So actually that we have a shot at our high temperature of the day having come about 12 hours ago. About 2 o'clock in the morning, it hit 59 degrees, and it has not been any warmer since. So there is a chance we don't break 59 or 60, and that would definitely reduce the chances of actually seeing some thunderstorms, but we'll still be able to have enough instability to get some storms happening. Here's another camera shot. This one's looking north from Lookout Mountain over the city of Golden. You can see a little bit of precipitation falling from those clouds, but it is evaporating almost immediately there, so we still have a little bit of a dry air to contend with. We have some moisture showing up on the HD Doppler radar right now, starting to fill out just a little bit more of those reflections coming back to the radar, and particularly over the higher terrain, Front Range foothills and the Front Range mountains, picking up a little shower activity. Had a few showers go through South Park, and one making its way through Douglas County right now. That one has not been too successful, so it looks like we've got a couple more hours before we get into some more of the higher rain chances. We do have some elevated wildfire risk to our south, where there's been less moisture and no chance of rain in the San Luis Valley today, where the fire weather warning is once again in place, 35-mile-per-hour gusts, and the humidity as low as 10% down there. So completely different story, and that will carry into this evening before canceling out or be expiring, for better way of saying it. And we may have a few days here where we'll have no more fire weather warnings in the state, because we've got a few storm systems on the way. But let me focus in on this one once again here on our Tuesday to kind of get an idea of the timing and the characteristic of what storms are still ahead. They'll just gradually build over the next couple of hours. Let me back that up just a little bit. Yeah, over from really now until the next 2 or 3 hours, they'll start to build. And then once we get into about the 5 o'clock hour, that is probably when we'll have the best chance to actually see the rain making it to the ground, maybe hear a rumble of thunder or two. Best chance to hear that thunder would probably be around the Front Range foothills, or maybe even at the base of the Front Range foothills. You can see right there this computer model kind of showing the Estes Park area as an area to get a thunderstorm. Now, the computer models don't show you the exact location where you're going to expect to see thunderstorms, but it does show you couple of things. You notice there's 3 or 4, maybe 5 different cells, so it's still very isolated, not a lot of widespread coverage. And also you see the darker greens, the yellows, and even some orange colors in that simulation. So that indicates that if there is a thunderstorm at this time and around that area, you could get some small hail and some lightning out of that. We're not going to anticipate any severe weather on a day like this, but it is just a kickstart or a pep rally to get the thunderstorm season underway. And as we go through the day here, you see 6:30 tonight, still looking at some scattered or maybe isolated cells in the area. Even 7 o'clock, particularly down in the Palmer Divide and some of the southern Jefferson County foothills. could still have a chance to pick up one of those thunderstorms. And these rain chances will carry all the way into about 9-10 o'clock tonight before they are completely gone from our area, although the eastern plains could still pick up a shower or two. All of these showers will be quick, fast moving, and not putting down a lot of rain. These are actually would be classified as, if they do become thunderstorms, would be dry thunderstorms, because they're putting down less than 1/10 of an inch of water. So that's what you would classify as a dry thunderstorm. Now, tomorrow, Wednesday, here's the jet stream. So you notice the ridge, or the kind of bubble of red and orange colors reaching up towards the Colorado area. That is a ridge of high pressure that we will be included in, and that's going to mean a fairly dry day. It'll still have enough moisture to try to rain, but I don't think many of us around the Front Range will even pick up a drop out of that. And the temperatures will likely get up into the upper 70s for tomorrow, and also lasting into the day on Thursday. So we're looking at a pretty dry day on Thursday, with temperatures again making a run at 80 degrees. But then on Thursday afternoon, evening time, things do start to change, as this storm system is the first of 2 in succession that will impact our area on 4 consecutive days. And what this storm means, from what we're seeing so far, is afternoon and evening thunderstorms on Thursday and Friday. So that's what this storm means for the Denver metro area and much of the Front Range. As you see on Friday, a little bit more of an organized and better position of that low pressure system. So Friday, probably a very good chance for Denver to pick up a thunderstorm in the evening or early nighttime hours. And then this is the storm that's pretty much everybody's talking about right now, because it's going to potentially wash out another Saturday, double, 2 in a row. So this one will come right back behind, on the heels of that previous storm that I showed you there. And if you can kind of notice, you don't really have to be too skilled at meteorology to tell that that's a little bit better of an organized storm. And it's also lower pressure. And so you can tell that because of those green colors reaching, the darker greens reaching all the way down towards almost to Mexico. So this one is going to carry a little bit colder temperatures, but not cold enough to snow on the Front Range, or at least get snow accumulation. But the thing is, this storm has the potential to bring in more than double the amount of moisture that we saw last Saturday. So we're looking at 2 Saturdays in a row with significant precipitation, this time being rain and thunderstorms. But there's one thing, if you're trying to plan on your Saturday, what you're going to do, a lot of outdoor activities, I will say that there's something interesting to note. So I'm going to back that up. Here's the first storm going through on Thursday and Friday, and then there's a little bit of a break between storms. And when I say break, that means lower precipitation chances. I mean, this could be an all-day rain event for sure, where it rains from sun up to sundown on Saturday. But since there are 2 different systems technically, it makes sense that there will be a small pause in between the Friday night storms and whatever happens on Saturday. So we can't really tell what the timing, and all those gory details really can't be determined this far out with this, with the storm system not even having actually formed yet. But the computer models have been very good, and I think this solution is going to play out. And so what that means is there is a potential that on Saturday morning, from about sun up to about noon or 1 o'clock, the precipitation could be broken, sporadic, and lighter. And then the heavier stuff kind of setting in the afternoon and early evening hours, and then becoming very heavy Saturday night into Sunday morning. And I said there was no chance of snow out of this storm system. It's not completely. I'd say that there's almost no chance of snow accumulation in Denver. But we're looking at here, I'll put the 7-day forecast on here for you. Actually, I want to first address this. The Thursday storm system, we talked about our first thunderstorms of the year today. We could have our first severe thunderstorms for eastern Colorado coming up on Thursday. So that was that first storm system that I showed you in that previous map. The first storm system probably going to kick up those first severe thunderstorms on the eastern plains, specifically on the Kansas side, but the Colorado side will also be involved in that. So back to the point on Sunday morning, you see the low temperature forecast right now of 37 degrees. So obviously not favorable for snow accumulation, but if there is some moisture left over on Sunday morning, I would expect it to be kind of wintry, where it could be a rain-snow mix and potentially some accumulation in some of the higher areas, maybe the Palmer Divide and the foothills, but just small amount of snow accumulation. So this is certainly a different type of storm, but it is very similar in the fact that it is carrying a lot of moisture and it is hitting on Saturday. So that is something that you'll have to watch very closely. And as the storm system gets closer and we move into about the 24 to 36 hour out period, that's when you start to get the high resolution modeling involved, and you can look at more specific areas, like very small areas, like just one corner of a state like Northeast Colorado. So that's when those details will start to come in a little bit more clear. But my takeaway would be that yes, Saturday has certainly a high potential to be a complete sun up to sundown washout, but keep an eye on that little break in between the Friday and the Saturday system to maybe allow you to get some outdoor activities in on Saturday morning. We'll just have to watch and see how that develops as we get closer. That's the information I have for you now. Thank you for watching and have a good night.
Take this with a grain of salt because it's posted with a bunch of like crazy people that see that the head of the Salvation Army's crossroads shelters may have been fired for fraud.